No idea how long my battery is going to last for, so I just unplugged it and it is just not going up at all. But we found a new entertaining way, haven't we? It's a top that I found in the bins that's too big for me, and we've sussed out that with the sun shining on it that we can start a whole dazzle, and we've got it all up on the ceiling. And we can make lots and lots and lots and lots of different... I don't know if you can see it properly. Yeah, no, it's not Daddy yet. So basically, I don't know if you can see the ceiling up there. Yeah? You want to see? Say hello. Hi. The sprinkles, look. And then we've got them all down here as well. Show everybody what we've been doing. Hi. Look at your face. Elijah, look at Shiloh. It's all over Shiloh. Look at Shiloh. Daddy. Say yeah, Daddy. Where's Daddy? Feet.
Yeah.
Feet. You got the cucumber thing. So I have no idea how long my battery is going to last for. Are you going to say hello, Elijah?
No.
No, you're not saying hello? No to the kids. So, yeah, so literally, I'm just entertaining the kids. We're about to go out, but I'm entertaining the kids with some glittery things. And we're basically making... I don't know if you can see. So, because we're watching SpaceX. So, hey, no fighting over it now. So, I don't know if you guys are watching SpaceX. They've got a Facebook page so you can watch what's going on. And there's a website for you to basically see everything going on. I know they launched about a week or two ago, and then there was something wrong with the engine. But I haven't been able to connect since to see whether they're still up in the air or whether they've come back down. So basically, I do believe that Boris Johnson has said that we're going to be on lockdown for another 3 weeks. Obviously, it's foot in the door. This is going to go on for about 18 months. But at least China is not installing the G5 into the UK, and that's being currently investigated in. Now, please don't think that I am against technology in any way, shape or... Oh, this is interesting. Guys, it's just done it again. I can tell you 100% that I am running off on my normal internet. So my phone should have no internet access problems whatsoever. I have been demoted from G4 today to G3. I still stand by that the reason they were so stressed about getting us locked down over Easter was so they could get all of the G5 in. Yes, there were problems. Yes, it had to be sorted. Yes, people will potentially be investigated and arrested. No, Trump is not... Well, yes, Trump is dangerous. Trump is dangerous, mate. Trump is dangerous, and so am I. We're a threat. We're a threat. People like Trump, me, and you, and many others, we're a threat. We're a threat to the status quo. And what annoys me is for the last 10 years, I've been battling with the system and social care and benefits because as a person with EDS, I've wanted to stay at home, and I've wanted to build my home around me and my family so we can stay at home. You know, what is the point of going out to work, 50, 60 hours a week to pay for a home that you're never in the first place, So to be at home should be an amazing, great thing. And also to take 3 more weeks to go into your own home again, starting with your water, starting with your fruit, starting with your veg, working out. Have you got the shits? Have you got the constipation? Have you got the acid and alkaline right in your body? Completely use the first week, first 74 hours of this to completely detox. Check your water. Go and have a look at, and I will repost these things again. Go and have a look at the experiments that look at your bottled water and your and tap water. And next time you're going into any Tesco's or anything like that, I'm going to be printing up red X's and green ticks. And basically, if you think it should stay, put a tick on it. If you think it should go, put an X on it. If we think that, at the end of the day, we don't allow by law under 12s to drink Red Bull, then is Red Bull really good? Are all of these sort of like eco light bulbs here? I can't stand these. You want a wee? Come on, babe, go for a wee. A wee. Let me just put you guys down here because he's got his trousers on. So come on, sweetheart. Have you got your trousers dry? Oh, you've weed.
No.
Oh dear, not a problem. It's not a problem. You weed in your trousers.
No.
Okay. It's okay. It's just teething problems. Oh dear. Oh, don't touch my phone, darling. I need to wipe your legs. Stay there. I need to wipe your legs. Stay there. I need to wash back your legs. 2 seconds, guys.
No. Guys.
Well, at least that helps me now, because my target was to have these two completely potty trained. Don't touch the phone, you just cut it off by the end of lockdown. So luckily I've got 3 more weeks. Shiloh, can you come here, please? Yeah, excuse me. Can you come here, please? By the authority of your mother, can you come here, please, and not shut the door on me? Seriously. Discipline. Who installs discipline? There, I've got a nice bare bum to wipe in the back. There we go. Try again. So now I've got to find more jeans. So you know that washing that I had to catch up on because the tumble dryer wasn't working, and I have just got through 3 loads of washing because I decided not to use the washing machines down there, because obviously people in this world that still watch EastEnders and everything have to be led to believe that people don't have washing machines and tumble dryers. Otherwise people still wouldn't go to the laundrette to talk to Dot, would they? So I've finally got through washing all of the Easter chocolate eggs off of duvet covers and everything, and now my son has obviously wet one's trousers. So I'm going to have another load to do. But isn't that the same as government? I set a target that I wanted to potty train both of my children before the end of their Easter lockdown. I do believe that they are going to actually be letting children go back potentially, because I think they've done all the schools. I'm not sure. I'm not 100% sure. And obviously they haven't done the hospitals. And that's where they need this equipment the most, hence why they want all of the funding into the WHO, because this is the advancement for the NHS basically. So this, and then it will go into businesses, and then it will be deployed into schools, and then obviously the mainstream public. But the whole point really of AI is designed for the vulnerable. So you guys are on lockdown to protect people like me. Why are we the vulnerable? We are the ones that are getting ready for summer, and we're going to come out at summer, and we're going to come out of being on lockdown. We've been on lockdown the majority of our lives, people like me and people like many others. We've stayed at home for a very, very long time. Many of us have been isolated and institutionalised because the world has just been overpopulated for people like us, overcrowded, and actually people don't respect that I need 2 foot around me because of my condition. One thing that I really hate is going to the doctors and standing at a queue and talking about my personal situation with a whole room, and I get quite shitty about it as well, and I say, look, isn't it about time that receptionists understood that it might be data to you but it's personal to us? And the other thing is cash machines. I don't like anyone behind me at a cash machine. Also when I'm shopping in Tesco's, and I actually do like, because for somebody like me, talking to my local shopkeeper is part of my social life. So I like to be able to go down to my local shop. I like to be able to talk to my local shopkeeper who actually, real local shopkeeper who actually talks to me properly, is actually somebody who should be in business, but again, an Aspie, so working in a shop and doing lots of other facet jobs to keep afloat, when actually very tech person, very business structures, and I like to stand and have a little bit of an interaction, and I don't want to be crowded in shops, and I love going out with my kids, but I don't want everybody patting my little baby on the head. And just because I haven't got a bump, by the way, guys, but just in case, if I have a bump, I don't want every fucking son and sundry coming over and thinking that they have a right to put their hands on my belly because it's cute and because my baby has entered into the world, that every person thinks it's okay to coo. Every social worker, every police officer, every government official in Portsmouth know. One thing that I stood my ground with when I very first got here was I used to have to enter into the lifts with people who don't understand personal space and personal boundaries. And when I used to get into this lift with my precious little one here, obviously we have a high coke area here. Coke as in crack cocaine and things like that, and smack and things. It's known that if you touch my little baby, he's not now, so we're talking about a previous situation, but the office still stands. The police know it, social know it, even the social worker herself has been told, excuse me, but you have no right to put your hands onto my children. Go wash your hands, go sanitize them, because you might have been in another home a minute ago. They might have had a cocaine issue. You might have been sitting at their table doing paperwork with another client of yours that you're helping with a drug clinic. They might have snorted some cocaine on that table, and then you're coming around and putting your hands onto my children's precious little hair and potentially children's saliva, babies' saliva. So if someone goes, oh, coo, and they've been doing coke, crack, smack, even smoking weed, rolling a fag, coffee, I don't give a shit. The corona fucking virus, if you want to talk about it like that. Yeah? Every police officer and every social worker knows if you do that, I will break your fingers before you can. Right? Every social worker and every police officer that has dealt with me knows full well I would rather break your fingers and sit in a prison while my children are safe with their father at home than sitting down at A&E with my children and their father, with my child shivering and shaking because it's just been infected with drugs because somebody hasn't got the common sense to wash their hands. When we went to school, we were taught, you go to the toilet, you wash your hands. When I was married to Graham, I knew a whole new level of washing hands because obviously he worked in surgery, and he said people really don't understand the concept of germs and bacteria. We are a walking germ. There's going to be more viruses, people. There's going to be more contamination. There's going to be more disease. This is the end of times, for God's sake. If you don't stay in now, if you don't get in yourself, if we don't take this second chance, and the Lord and Mother Earth is really, really sort of holding patient with us to say, get your shit together. You can't have all of this debt. You can't have people going to their doctors and being popped a pill and told they've got depression. You can't have all of these families